Hi, Juan Hernandez once again here from Dominican Republic and Whitey's Ideas. I had a few of my subscribers and also friends here in my town to ask me, does the drone, the X4 501A, the HUBSAN, how does it work with the relay and the phone? I had a few also ask me, do I have problems binding it? So today I'm going to do an honest review. I'm going to be totally honest, and I'm going to be I'm going to say it as simple as possible so that everybody, even a little kid, understands how to get this running. So right after the intro, I'll show you guys the simplest way to use the app with the relay, without the relay, and so on. So I'll be right back. I love you guys. Okay? Peace. Okay guys, I'm back. Let's make this simple. We have the phone, we have the relay, which is on. Let me turn it off. And we have the quadcopter. Now we got to make all these three things work in conjunction. So they got to work together. It's simple. First thing you do is you make sure you have your Wi-Fi on your phone, and then you turn your relay on. You're going to have a red button and 4 little blue ones. I only have 3 on because that means I have 3/4 battery. The moment you turn this on, you're going to have a red light on. That means it's not binded. Then you put your phone on here, and automatically, the moment the relay feels the phone, it automatically binds by itself. You don't have to do anything. So we got this out of the way. Now we have the phone, and the relay binded together. Now what we want to do is bind the quadcopter to these two things. What do? Oh, we take our battery, put it in, connect the battery, and automatically quadcopter turns on. We go back to while it's turning on, we go to our Wi-Fi settings, and look what happens, guys. Check this out. It automatically shows the quadcopter. There you go. You see, the relay is the HT005, and the quadcopter, as you can see, is the HUBSAN H501A. So we already have these binds by themselves. Now all we got to do is bind the quadcopter to these two things, and we just hit here. It's going to connect. It's going to ask for the code. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I already did it. You guys do it. Okay, boom. And there you go. You have it connected. Once they're connected, you have to go to Google's Play Store, and you hit HUBSAN X. Automatically, I got it installed already, but you can. That's all you need. You hit the HUBSAN X, you install it, you put the code, the password on, and actually, I'm sorry for this. You have to download the app first and then bind them. Okay. Then you go to the app. Sorry about that, guys. And it automatically searches for the drone that is binded, which is the 501A. You have different drones here too. See? Okay. So, but it automatically goes to the 501A. You hit enter. Once you hit enter, you're gonna have camera, album, and map. See this is the location. You have to have the location on your phone on so the waypoints can work, and the orbit mod. So you activate the the GPS, which is the location, you activate it. Normally it activates by itself, so you don't have to worry about that. So now you hit camera and you go straight into the app. The moment you go into the app, it's going to ask for the compass calibration. I'm sorry about that noise, man. I'm standing in front of the door. People are running around because it's going to rain. So I'm going to do this manually. I don't like to do it manually, but I have to. I don't have enough space to have the calibration pad next to me. Okay, now it's binded. Now all three of them are one. We have the phone to the relay, and the drone to the phone and the relay. So now we get longer distance. We hit OK. It's going to ask for GPS. We don't have any GPS because we're indoors. So we hit that. Okay. Now let's go straight to the app. This I'm going to make it simple for you guys. Okay. On the left-hand side, what everybody wants to do when they have a camera drone is to turn on the camera and learn how to take pictures. This one can't be any simpler. You have here a camera. If you hit that, it goes into the recording mode. If not, you hit that and it takes a picture of anything that the drone is seeing. Now, if you're up in the air and you want to record something, what you do is you hit this camera, and automatically that little round red button means that it's ready to record. As soon as you hit it, it will turn into a little square. It's recording now. So anything that you record, I'm recording my two dogs, it records. But one of the best features of this that I like the most is that while you're recording, you can also take a picture. You see the little camera right there? You can also take a picture. See that? Taking pictures and recording at the same time. Okay, let's stop this. We know how to record. This is called Record Made Simple. And simple pictures. Okay, now on the opposite side, on the left-hand side, we have a little drone, a remote control, a little arrow facing down, and with an H, and then we have a little arrow facing up. Okay, the first arrow, the first little icon is a drone. When you hit that, you get a F for flying. You get next to that the waypoints. Next to that, you get the follow mod, and at the end, you get the orbit mod. Now, let's start with the waypoint. You hit waypoint. Automatically, if you have Wi-Fi, which you have to have internet to use to download the map, or Google is automatically download it. It goes into in the waypoint mode. It goes to the area where you're at. This, if you guys have seen my earlier recordings, this is the basketball court. This is the little park, and this is my house here. Okay, so actually, you hit on the left-hand side. You're going to see a pencil where it says. On top it says waypoint, and then on the bottom a pencil, you hit, and it says draw, you hit the draw. As soon as you hit draw, you're going to see a pencil with a long little line next to it, and another pencil with a few dots on it. Okay, let's start with the first one, which is the one with the line. This gives you the option to make your waypoints by drawing. If I am here, which, well, let me delete that, I'm sorry guys. If I am here with a arrows at, and I want to do waypoints different, with different points, I put my finger on the map, and I do this. Boom. Now, it automatically creates different points. Point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So actually what it will do, you have to go into the settings and make sure, I think the settings are automatic to 90 feet. Which is not bad, which is, I don't have anything 90 feet. If you guys have anything higher than 90 feet around where you live, make sure you set the waypoint settings to over 90 feet. So the drone is going to be on the floor. I draw this, I hit submit right here, and then I hit done, and the drone will go up 90 feet, which is 30 meters, and it will go to waypoint 1, and then it will sit there for a little while, and then to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, until boom, 9, and then it will stop. That's how you do the waypoints with your finger by drawing. Now you don't want to see that anymore on there. You just hit the delete, here, and accept. Now the second option we have is the pencil with the dots. You hit that, and this is my house here. This is the park. This is the basketball court. So I want to go to the park, to the basketball court, then to where I eat dinner, which is a little sandwich store here. And then I want to go back home. So I hit this. Go to the park, then to the basketball court, and then I want to go to where I eat. And finally, I want to go back home. There you go. So it'll go to the park, then it'll raise up 90 feet. It'll fly straight to waypoint 1, make a pause there, then fly to waypoint 2, do the same thing, waypoint 3, and finally waypoint 4. And then you can take it down or keep flying, do whatever you want. And then you don't want to see that there anymore. You take it, you hit delete, and accept. That's how you do your waypoints. Remember to always make sure you have the right height, because if not, it will go straight into a tree, a building, a light pole, whatever it finds. Okay, now we hit here, and it goes back to the camera. See? Now here we have the controls. If we hit our fingers, we don't see anything, you see? Nothing happens. Now you hit the control, and we have our controls here. No matter where you put your finger, your control is going to show up there. See? Okay. I use it in Mod 2. You can use it in Mod 1 if you want. Then under the controls, we have this is the most, besides recording, this is one of the most interesting buttons. Now, why the return button is the most important button? Because sometimes you get into situations where you get scared, you panic a little bit because you took your drone behind a tree and you don't see it, and you flew it a little bit too high or too far, and you get scared, so you panic. So before you do anything incorrect, you hit the return to home. It says take off first, and what it does is it will tell you, do you want to return home? And you hit yes. The drone will get its normal height and come straight back, and your heart will come back into your chest. Because when you're scared, you're thinking about you losing a drone that costs you $200 or $300, the return to home button is the safest way to go. And that's why, to me, it's the most important button. Under that, you have the landing and takeoff button. You hit that, and it asks you if you actually want to take off. I'm going to hit cancel in case it might start. If it was in the air, and you just finished doing your return home, and you see your drone already, and you feel comfortable again, what you do is you swipe the button, take the return to home off. It goes, if you hit the button. There must be a better way to do that. I do it this way. I just hit both buttons, and the return to home will stop. And you could do them if you want to do a manual landing, keep flying or whatever. But if you want to do a manual landing, once you have it low to the ground, where you see it's safe to land, you hit that button, the bottom one, and it will just land. So that's a very cool button too. Okay, here on top we have the basic telemetry. On the top, next to the home button, we have the button that says altitude, this is the home button. You have the altitude button. We have the distance button, which tells you how far you are. The first one tells you how high you are, how far you are, and the speed. Then on the other side, in the middle, it says weak GPS signal. We don't have any GPS, we're inside. We have the HD. It tells you the signal between the drone and the phone. And then you have the connection between the drone from the remote control, how do you control it, and the signal. And last but not least, we have the GPS. Those are the normal standard telemetry. The good one, and maybe one of the best ones that we have the telemetry, is this one. Tells you the battery level. When it gets too low, you will hear a bing, bling, bling. It will beep or do whatever. And you have there, you know, your battery's low. At the end, we have the configuration button, which will take you to default waypoint settings. See, you have it's 20 meters, the waypoint. That's the default height. It's 20 meters. You can put it up if you want. See, I like it a little bit better. I will put it to 30 and then said yes. So now we have 30. And then maximum height of waypoint is 300 feet, and so on. You will see, and just play around with the controls. You play around, and you'll get used to it. It's pretty cool. And then you hit others. Then you have here the version. I have the app version is 1.36, and I have a HUBSAN H501. Okay, we'll go back again. Okay. Now that you are familiar with the basic configuration of your app, let's go and see how we do the follow me and the orbit. So normally we go to the little drone here and we hit the follow me. Remember, you must have your GPS on to do that. It's going to say the system needs to have GPS and able to do that. Well, if you have GPS, it's going to tell you, do you want to do the follow me? So remember to have the drone about 20 or 30 feet up in the air and about 20 or 30 feet away from you. And then you hit yes. Here it says next. I'll just skip that. And that's the way you do the follow me. That always works. So don't be scared. It works good. And then you go back, and the orbit mod is the good one. Remember, you have to be 30 meters up, which is 90 feet, and about 20 or 30 meters away from you. Then it'll tell you, since we don't have GPS, once again, it's not going to work. It says, do you want to start? And boop, and you hit it. I love it. You got to see, it really takes the drone and lets it go around you 360 degrees, a whole circle all around. It records. You have your recording on. You get a beautiful footage. And that's the basic things of this control. Now, I said I was going to be honest. Well, I am. I am going to be very honest. There's a problem with this. There's a big problem, and I hope HUBSAN doesn't get mad, but I'll say something good about it too. You see, these lights do not turn off with the app. So these lights are very bright and strong. I don't know how much they consume, but for these lights, must consume what one of these engines consume, because these lights are very, very, very bright and strong. So if you can't turn the light off, you get less flying time. It eats up your flying time at least a quarter of your time. So actually, you don't get to 20 minutes. If you could turn the lights off, you could get to 16 to 18 minutes of flying. Sorry about the noise. But since you can't turn these lights on, and you got to have your camera on and 4 engines and 4 motors, you're going to lose a lot of battery life. Believe me. So the only way to do that is you have to have the standard control. You have to have the standard control, or you have to have the control, which was the nice one that has the antennas hanging out. The standard is just the regular one. So that's about it, guys, but besides that, before I leave, let me tell you guys something. HUBSAN did do a good job, even though the lights don't turn on. Why? Because it keeps you from flying out of line of sight. It keeps you from flying out of line of sight. This control doesn't go any further than like 200 meters, which is like 600 feet. And it doesn't go up that high either. It goes up about the same thing. So it keeps you out of trouble. The only problem with that is the lights. You can't turn them off. But besides that, it's a wonderful quadcopter for $220, $240, I think is what it costs. I think it does too much for its price. It's wonderful. I got this thanks to Shelly Lou from HUBSAN. I appreciate that she sent me this. She's a very wonderful person. I figure everybody that gives is good, but she's a great person. So guys, that's about it for today. I hope you liked it. Don't you guys forget, man, I love you. I got you in my heart. And subscribe. share my videos and give me a like. It'll help me help you guys. I hope this was of interest to you guys, and it helped you in any ways. I'm always going to be here for you guys. So, peace. Love you guys. Later.